Yes, sir. Mayor West, Mayor Cutchins, Mayor Tuck, Supervisor McCarty, Supervisor Hippel,
Here.
Mayor Jones, Mayor Alexander, Council Member Hux,
Here.
Mayor Glover,
Here.
Supervisor Cornwell,
Here.
Council Member Williams,
Here.
Mayor Dyer,
Here.
Mayor Pons, Supervisor Shepherd, Senator Lucas, Senator Locke, Delegate Anthony,
Here.
Delegate Glass, Delegate Tata, Board Member Stant, Commissioner Hall, or, I'm sorry, Deputy Director Hall, Director Robinson, Vice President Nelson.
Deputy Director Hall had a little hesitation. I wasn't sure if he was here or not. Oh, it was the Deputy Director part, not the Hall part that you didn't understand. Okay, I wasn't sure which. Next is the approval of the agenda. Could I have a motion, please, and a second? Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Mr. Page, do we have anyone who signed up to speak today?
No, sir, Mr. Chairman. We do not have anyone that I know of has expressed interest in speaking today, nor do we have any public comments that have come in a written record.
Thank you, sir. I know this is a difficult time of the year with so many things to do unrelated to our jobs as government officials, but I want to thank you all for being here. Obviously, we have some that are not. I would also like to thank Mayor Tuck and Mayor Hessel for their membership in this organization, HRTAC. They have, due to some conflicts that they have, they're not able to attend today, which is really unfortunate because both have given so much to this organization and given so much to the idea of regionalism that certainly are going to be missed. But I would like for the record to reflect the commission's appreciation for their service to this commission and to their dedications to the region. Next is the consent agenda. Mr. Page, would you please read the consent agenda?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Consent items you have before you on your agenda today is item 5A, minutes of the September 19th, 2024 regular meeting. 5B is other post-employment benefits trust. And 5C is Hampton Roads Express Lanes Network Traffic Management Plan Agreement Amendment.
Thank you. Could we have a motion for approval of the consent agenda?
Motion for approval?
Thank you, sir. Second? Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Page, would you walk us through the action items?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. Today on your agenda before you is 6A, action item for the amendment to the approved FY 2025 through FY 2030 Plan of Finance Update, 6-year operating and capital program of projects, highway regional high priority projects. And this is an action to amend the I-264, I-64 interchange phase 3A project and the Hampton Roads Express Lane segment 1B project. In the decision brief that you have before you today, you'll find that the Finance Committee recommends to the Commission following this morning's meeting, there'll be a report out by Finance Chair Hippel on this in a minute, that this amendment be moved and approved. For background for you all, at our June 20th annual organization meeting, the commissioners may remember that we did adopt our plan of finance for FY 2025 through 2030, and we included these projects in the plan of finance. However, like with our other projects, VDOT has moved forward with becoming more mature in its project planning and design efforts and is ready to put these projects out for proposal. In doing so, they've found in the budget estimates to bring them to current day for construction that the Hampton Roads Express Lanes Network Segment 1B project needs an additional $80,400,000 to complete. And this is an allocation to go in our 6-year program. And the I-264, I-64 Interchange 3A project will need an increase of $42,179,537 under their estimate to complete construction of the project. As you all know, because many of you sit on the Transportation Planning Organization, that a TIP amendment will be entered by VDOT over on the federal planning side, as well as the Commonwealth Transportation Board. Mr. Stant, you will be in Richmond moving and taking action on these projects. So in the alignment of those efforts, we need to bring our 6-year program up to date with what's already been moving forward as a TIP amendment. So before you today is the fiscal impact of $122,579,537 of combined anticipated cost increase to this allocation of the 6-year plan. And we have the funds available using a combination of unobligated and future Hampton Roads Transportation Fund balances. Before I turn the floor back over to you, Mr. Chair, to ask Mr. Engleman to read the motion, I'd like to, at your pleasure, turn the floor over to Mr. Hippel to report out the actions of the Finance Committee meeting on this matter this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hippel.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. At our Finance Committee meeting this morning, the Finance Committee recommended that the commission approve the amendment to the approved FY 2025 through the FY 2030 Plan of Finance update to amend the I-264 and I-64 interchange Phase 3A project of the Hampton Roads Express Lanes Segment 1B project. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Lima, would you read the motion, please?
The motion reads as follows. The commission approves the amendment to the approved fiscal year 2025, fiscal year 2030 Plan of Finance update, 6-year operating and capital program projects, highway regional high priority projects to amend the Hampton Roads Express Lanes Segment 1B project and the I-264, I-64 interchange Phase 3A project.
Thank you. Could we have a motion, please?
Motion for approval.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there any discussion or any questions members would have at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Moving forward with action item 6B, just as a reminder to the commissioners around the table, this recommended action will be coming from the commissioners of the member jurisdictions, which we call the 6 cities of HRT. That will be the voting environment that you'll have today, Mr. Chairman, on this action will be for the 6 cities on that vote. Before you in 6B is the Hampton Roads Regional Transit Fund Project 2023-01C RTS program cost, human resources, wages, fringe, and operations and maintenance. In your decision brief you have before you today, and this matter was discussed and also acted upon in the Finance Committee meeting this morning, so I'll call on Finance Chair Hippel to report out those activities, is that the Finance Committee is recommending to the 6 cities of HRT that it move forward with the approval of this action item. As the Commission may recall, on June 20th, 2024, our annual organization meeting, the 6-year program was adopted for the HRTIF program, that's the Hampton Roads Regional Transit Fund. And as a part of that, there was a deallocation of $10,675,504.27 that was taken away from and deallocated from the 2023-01C project. And that project, although it closed out with projects that had been accomplished. So the project itself is still alive, but the funds that were in that project were swept. So HRT moving forward with their new accounting software system and the forensics of trying to get that system up and running and close their books for fiscal year 23, found that there was $1,316,780.71 of eligible project costs that we would not be coming to you today for if we had not swept the $10,600,000. So their eligible expenses are in line with the intent of the program and where we were with project eligibility. And so on October 9th of 2024, HRT provided detail and then follow up on December the 3rd, moving forward with that, requesting that we take to the commission, which staff did, $1,316,780.71 for reimbursement for eligible project costs to the regional transit network. I'll turn the floor over right now to Mr. Hippel for a report out of where the Finance Committee was on that matter. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, at the, excuse me, at the Finance Committee meeting this morning, the Finance Committee recommended that the 6 cities of HRT approve the Hampton Roads Regional Transit Fund Project 2023-01C RTS program cost, human resource, RTS wages, fringe, and operation and maintenance, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. And thank you, Mr. Chairman. Turning the floor back over to you with this final comment. The Chief Financial Officer of Hampton Roads Transit was in the Finance Committee meeting this morning. They're actually having a board meeting as concurrently at the same time as this meeting, so that's why we don't have HRT here. But thorough questioning took place. I want to thank all of the board members that were on the Finance Committee for that rally of discussion moving forward. It was very clear that this was an accounting system software issue that has now been rectified. So thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Glima, would you please read the motion?
Yes, sir. And just as a reminder, any first and second should be won by the 6 cities of HRTAC. So the motion reads as follows. The 6 cities of HRTAC that participate in Hampton Roads Transit. 1, approve Hampton Roads Transit's request to reimburse the additional $1,316,780.71 in the Hampton Roads Regional Transit Fund Project 2023-01C RTS program cost, human resources, RTS wages, fringe, and operations and maintenance. And 2, authorize the chair to execute and deliver an amendment to the project funding agreement for HRTAC disbursements with the Transportation District Commission of Hampton Roads to support the reimbursement of such amount on such terms and conditions as the chair, with the advice of the executive director and the commission's general counsel, deems necessary or advisable.
Thank you. Mayor Dyer, could we get a motion for approval?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Could we have a second from one of the 6 cities?
Second.
Thank you, Mayor Alexander, or Mayor Glover. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for that and the 6 cities. Item 7 in your packet are the information items. We have the HRTAC monthly financial report. We also have 7B, the VDOT project updates. And I'd like to give Mr. Hall, if we just have 1 minute to yield for him to give an update on Mary and where we are with the boring machine now that it's underway.
So Mary is 760 feet into the second tunnel, the general purpose tunnel, and it'll be undergoing reconfiguration over the next couple of weeks. So we'll be proceeding with the full production in January. So all things looking well there. So that's about 9% complete for the second tunnel. Then also just mention that we do have segment 1B now will be under official procurement here as of this month. So moving forward with the last of the express lane segments to be awarded next year. Looking forward to that. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just want to remind the commissioners in 7C, our next HRTAC regular meeting will be Thursday, March the 20th of 2025 at 12:30 p.m. Let's be hopeful that the legislative season is a short session and doesn't end up with continued sessions. So we're hopefully and optimistically speaking, looking for March 20. Thank you, sir.
Seeing no other business before this organization, this meeting is adjourned, and Merry Christmas.